yet.
Wow, start now.
Okay then. Good thing I know how to edit. What's up, Terrell?
Wagwan.
Wagwan. This weather is Wagwan. Wagwan means what's up, right? Or is it more than that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. Well, I said it. All right. If you want to go ahead and put your answer in the chat box, you can go ahead and do so now. Mr. Jung is watching that. And if you would like to go off mute and tell us what you think research means in general or what it means in math class, let's share out for a minute or two. Go. Also okay to say you have no idea. Hey, Michaela.
I think it means what you already know about a topic or what you want to know more of and when you research about it.
Nice. So identifying, I think you said this word, but if you didn't, you made me think about it. It's like you said information, right?
I said about a topic.
Right. So what information do you already know about a topic?
Yeah.
And what do you want to know?
Yeah.
Excellent. Does anybody want to add to that?
I say breaking down the information.
Writing down definitions?
Breaking down the information.
Breaking down the information. Yes. Again, highlighting what it is that we know, right? What's given to us, and what, based on that given information, what else do we know from that information? That's getting even warmer. Thank you, Maya. It's kind of hard to add to those two, but does anybody think anything else about research, either in general or about what you think it means in math class? Wow, I can't believe we're almost at 20 students. I'm getting so excited. Hi, Kayla.
Hello.
You have something you want to add?
New information from Nisreen.
Good. Thank you, Nisreen. Go ahead, Kayla.
Well, research is usually like looking up and understanding what you're putting in your work. So I feel like math research is basically like, well, how did you come to this conclusion? Or how did you get this answer? Like, how did you do this? Let's be able to explain it.
Awesome. So you're saying it's like, where's your work, right? What's your evidence?
Yeah.
You guys killed it. You guys got every part that we were looking for. And Kayla started to describe kind of the next step. She was saying like, well, how do you know that's the answer? That is technically going from research into interpretation, right? Like, how do you take your work and all the information to answer the question? Once you take that step, you're kind of leaving research and going into the interpretation step. And we'll talk about that one on Thursday. But you're spot on. If you remember just one word from this, it's information. Research is information that you have or want to have, right, in order to further explore a problem. Kayla's answer also reminded me that you guys often hear about research in other classes where you have to look outside of the class materials for the information you're looking for. We're interpreting it a little more narrowly here, and we're saying in any problem, no matter how big or small in math class, every problem gives you some information. Your job as a mathematician is to figure out, what are they giving me? What do I still need? And how do I get that information? Usually it comes from doing some work. You generate the data, the information, by doing some math, right? So that is how we're defining research for the purpose of this class. So you've been doing it all along, whether you know it or not. And so hopefully that makes sense in terms of what we mean by what is your research. Now, ideally, we would do more research with outside material to bring into the math classroom, but It's one of the harder things to do in math class is to be more open-ended with what we're doing. So we'll leave it at that for now. Does anybody have any questions about anything that's been said? We're recording this so we can post it and you can watch it over if you want in the coming days. Are there any questions right now? This is from page 2 of the Scholars Challenge assignments. You'll notice it says research and interpretation, but the research part goes more with what we were saying about how do you clarify the problem? What information is given? How can it be used to clarify the question further? Are there any terms you need to look up, right? Oftentimes we see a word in a problem that we might not know, and we need to look it up and clarify for ourselves, hey, what does that mean? And as all the students said, here's where you show your work, right? You've been hearing that your whole lives in math class. Show your work, show your work, show your work. That is the research part of doing math. Carefully analyzing the problem for specific information that will lead to the question, that's now getting to the interpretation. So you can't really do interpretation without research. We'll talk more about interpretation next time. Any questions in the chat, Mr. Jung?
No, no questions here.
All right, if you want to pause the video there, I'm gonna see if I have the leftover